Beautiful rainy Sunday morning. Lot of people were participating in a walkathon in Charlotte. This is to show support to domestic abuse victims. We know that domestic violence happens everywhere, regardless of race, country, language, educational qualification, everywhere. Movies and media keep sharing such news now and then. But do we know what to do if someone experiences? Who can help? That's what we are going to cover in this video. By the way, I am Ramya Rajendran from the channel Let's Share Our Journey. I got a chance to talk to the event organizers and volunteers. So, whatever I heard was a really an eye opener for me. Let me start with first of all, what is domestic violence in today's context?
It could be physical, where there is physical abuse. It could be sexual. It could be emotional. It could be financial, because there are a lot of places where we see in Kiran's, cases that we receive from victims, the abuser holds off on financial independence or financial availability. They hide their passports. They hide any ability for them to really move things around, and it's predominantly holding people back from their liberty.
He beautifully said, someone showing power and control over your freedom. Okay, in this case, how can Kiran help you?
Sure. The word Kiran means light, it also means hope.
Kiran serves South Asian community with 24 hours hotline. Volunteers can talk to the callers in South Asian language. They offer variety of services starting from family counseling, housing support, child care, and even referral to immigration attorneys based on the situation. I connected with Executive Director of Kiran, Seema. Let me share the clippings. First of all, thank you so much, Seema, for doing this. And tell us about when should someone call Kiran?
Well, thank you for inviting me here today. When should someone call us? People should reach out if they're in immediate need and they're, facing domestic violence. And domestic violence and sexual assault, we serve victims, men and women. And any other way people identify their gender as. There's no religion bar, no nothing like that. If people are facing any kind of abuse, and abuse can be not just be physical where you see bruises all over, but mental, emotional, financial, any kind of abuse. And they should also reach out even if they're not sure, because many times when we have people that reach out, they'll tell us, I didn't know this constituted divorce. Abuse. I didn't know this was, but they have been working 20 years and they have zero financial strength because all that money goes somewhere else. So they'll say, I didn't, and they have no right to spend any money. They've never been able to access their bank account. They're monitored wherever they go. They have cameras in the house. All these are forms of abuse. And they'll tell us, I didn't know I could have called. So if you're not sure about your situation, if you don't know if it's abuse or not, and obviously if you're actually facing abuse, they should call us. If they know a neighbor or a friend might be going through abuse and they just want information. So many different, you don't have to be waiting till actually like it's disastrous or it's critical.
So it's not only for people who are going through abuse, people who want to help other people or friends and family, they also can call Kiran and get some advice.
Exactly. So many times, we're so well aware that victims may not have an opportunity to pick up the phone like you and
That's
me.
right.
So if they are able to tell a friend in a temple or a mosque or a gurdwara that, hey, can you help me? And it's a
Right.
friend calling for them, everything. And I want to stress, everything we do, anyone we talk to, it's all confidential. We will never give out any information to anyone saying I'm their friend, I'm their spouse. No.
Got it.
So friend calls, we will take all that information. We always, our mission is to empower the victim. So we will not do anything till that individual says, yes, I need help. We'll have all the information. We'll tell this person who's reaching out, this is what we can do. Somehow we need to talk to this person to make sure that he or she is indeed asking for help.
Got it. Got it. So what kind of help they can expect from Kiran?
So it really varies. We are very proud to say that we don't just do one call and you're done. It's not just crisis call. We work with that person wherever they're at. So I'll give you a couple of examples. When we get people who are asking for help, they just want to know what is the legal way to go, whether they're getting a restraining order, or whether they're filing for separation. What do they do? What happens with the kids? So we have family law attorneys that we work with. We help financially as much as we can. Immigration is a huge issue, so they just want to know what will happen if they go ahead with these steps, if they're on a
Yes.
dependent visa. So we will get them a consultation with an immigration attorney to see what are the consequences of their action. Sometimes it's just a matter of they want to talk to a mental health therapist. And, when we are stressed, we want to talk to somebody who speaks our language. So we have
That's right.
therapists from South Asian countries who may be able to speak their language. We have classes for them. We have self-esteem building, and then people who are looking for vocational services, like they want to improve whether they want to have their transcripts evaluated in the US, whether they want to get job searches, evaluation searches, physical appearance. People have not taken care of themselves for decades. So we have partnerships with local salons where, they can go look ready for, interview ready and get their resumes ready. So it's a whole area of things that we do.
That's fantastic. So it's not only like how serious the problem should be, Seema. Should I always come to you when the problem is extremely serious, or can I simply call you just I want to talk to somebody? I don't want to talk to my friend and tell all my, I'm not comfortable sharing everything with my closed ones. So
Yeah, so that's a very good point you brought up. So many times, not many, but sometimes people will call and get disappointed if we will hear everyone out. But if we at the end tell them this is not really domestic violence, this is not something, it's a marital discord. So many times, who is married and has a perfect life where there's no disagreements, we argue with our parents, with our children. So those don't constitute domestic violence. So we also tell people because sometimes people think, Kiran, when you go to them, they're all about breaking families. It's the other way around. If it's something that they need to go see a marriage counselor for, or talk to somebody in their temple or wherever, we will tell them this is not that. You just need an elder or someone or a good friend to hear you out, and you guys need to work this out. So we'll say that. And then to your point of telling to friends, sometimes what happens is if you have the couple has friends, if you talk to one person and it's really serious, that friend is now put in a dilemma. Does she tell the other person? Does she tell her husband? So that gets messy sometimes.
yeah.
So if they just want to talk and tell us, this is what is happening in my life, is this domestic violence? And I don't want to do anything at this point because I have children in college or little children. Absolutely call us. We'll talk to you. We'll take all that information. At the end, we'll say, you decide when you want to do something, if you want to do something. Otherwise, do you want to talk to a therapist and just help you clear your mind? Do you want to go to a support group? And most of our things are online as well. So by all means, there's not a textbook that step one is you leave, step two is you do that. We will wait for them to decide what they want to do, but if they just want to talk, they're very, very welcome to just call and talk to us.
That's fantastic. And they don't need insurance, or it's not going to get into any records and things like that. So it's completely.
All the services provided by Kiran directly are absolutely of no cost to them. The only time when there is a cost is if, there's ongoing family law attorneys that you need or anything like that. But otherwise, including when we get to them to talk to a mental health therapist, if they have no income, it will be absolutely paid from Karen's account. And if they have some kind of, if they can help some, then later on they'll pay towards that. We help with grocery carts. Many people, when they're first moving out, they're settling now. We'll help them with their rent if they need, with the deposits, with their food, Uber cards. If they want to come see us or meet us somewhere and they don't have a car, many victims don't have a car, we'll call an Uber for them to meet us and then send them back home safely.
Got it. Got it. So this is, I know this is a North Carolina based organization. So how many states you are covering, and are there any organization for the people outside of North Carolina?
Yes, so it's true that we're funded because we get a lot of federal funds, state funds, town funds. So we serve the entire state of North Carolina. So we have a presence in Charlotte, Wilson, everywhere else, and mostly in the Raleigh area. So our long-term services are only for residents in North Carolina, but anyone can call us from anywhere. We never turn them away. We have a lot of people who are stuck in India right now or Pakistan or wherever. But if they've had ties with North Carolina, they've lived here or any such things, we will guide them, we'll, refer them to the correct site. And then back to your question of, if you look at, if you get a chance, you look at our website, there's a map there of the
Okay.
entire, all the states in US. And if you click
Okay.
on any state, it tells you our sister agency that's in those
Wow.
states and where they
Okay.
could.
Okay, fantastic. And it's a great service. Thank you so much, Seema. And
Thank
I
you
think
for connecting with us. Thank you for, we need mediums like you guys to spread the word because people need to know we're here to help.
happy to help. If you are interested, you can volunteer for Kiran, but you have to be 18 plus. You can also work for Kiran, and they also provide internship opportunities for college students. But there is a process for volunteering. So let's talk to Rekha to understand what it is.
So when you express interest to join Kiran, one of the first thing we have to do is everybody is required to go through volunteer training. We have specific training. There are calendar where we have like specific training events that go on, and those you have to go through that. And once you go through that, you're part of the volunteering team. After that, if you express interest in taking the hotline, if you want to assist in hotline, we have another training for that.
With that information, I'm closing this video. Let me share Kiran's contact details and the website details in the video description. I'm very happy that I got a chance to share all this information with all of you. I have done my small part in this journey. I request you to share it with your family and friends. Who knows, this may help someone somewhere. Let's share our journey. Thank you. I'll see you in my next video.